threatening condition. Now, how does the story start? It begins with a mouse, releasing the captured dove from a hunter's net. And looking at this, the crow feels, oh, what a fantastic act this person has done. So the crow also becomes the friend. Now the story evolves as they save a young deer, then tortoise also they save from the hunter's net, and they all five, they become very thick friends. So whenever they're trapped in, gnarly situation, the weakness of one friend becomes the strength of the other friend. So by joining hands with each other, they're able to tackle challenges of wild and hostile environment for a long time. So I would request Anubha now, what is the kind of a takeaway? What do you think is your takeaway from this story, and how can you relate this to office environment?
All right. Very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing about this Panchatantra, the five friends. Very famous story. We all still remember how teacher used to teach this, and bring us the great insight. So I think this is now from the audience. What do they have to come up, and what are the takeaways from this particular story? How they can apply it in their office environment? All to you. Please use the chat box. Collaborative approach. Very nice. Okay. We're still waiting. The teamwork by Vipin, that's also, I think, a very important element. Even for that matter, coordination and cooperation together. Vikrant says teamwork and each other best quality to bring out the results. Okay. Trust on each other. That's by Dilip Joshi. Shampa says collaboration, know your team members' strength and weakness. Very nice.
Absolutely, super fantastic. That's absolutely fine. That's great.
So having faith on each other, interpersonal relationship,
lovely.
We've got this insight, mutual understanding. That's nice. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, so absolutely, it's the collaborative approach which provides a safe way to bring in new ideas and ways of working into business. So when employees have access to one another's ideas, projects move faster, and the service delivery is ameliorated. So this is very imperative. Now, how to get to the resolution? You need to be creative. You need to try to collaborate even if there is criticism. Take in ideas and inputs and disagreements. Disagreement is not, mind you, disagreement doesn't mean unkindness. Disagreement means diverse opinions to make you grow better and better. So it is, what is conflict now? Conflict is not disagreement. Conflict is disagreement with empathy, compassion, and it is a path of possibility. Now look at these creative solutions. I just saw it the other day, the creative solution. You can see a person, how does the conflict, we are having conflict at workplace and in our own work, business. Now you see in the top left corner, there's this cab driver from Chandigarh, and he wants to get back to his work. He's used a polythene sheet. He's made 4 divisions. All of you would have seen it. And he's doing the thing of social distancing. He's following it beautifully, and he's back to his profession, back to his trade. In the other side, on the extreme right, you see a grocery store. He's maintaining social distancing, and he's putting the grains, and he's back to work. And then you see in the corporate organization how they're making the best out of the waste, and they have made those hands-free sanitizers so that you don't touch. Now, one more activity, a small activity, and I would just quick answers. Managing, this is, if you see a picture, the first picture, if you see there, now you know that the company policy can often be a roadblock to customers' success, right? And it can provide employees in a very difficult position when dealing with a frustrated customer. So suppose the first picture I'm talking about, imagine that you have a long line in your store, and at the front is a customer who's demanding your employee to give them a refund. The customer purchase was made a year ago, which is well past the company's firm 1-month policy. What would you do? Remember the 5 principles of Thomas Kilmann of conflict management resolution, which is accommodate, avoid, compete, compromise, collaborate. What would you do, ladies and gentlemen? Which one of these conflict management styles would you follow? I just want one word. Thank you.
All right. I think let's use the chat box again. We have got collaboration as one of the answer. Again, another one is collaboration. I probably might accommodate in this particular situation. Okay, Vikrant again says accommodate. Amazing. Okay, I'm yet to see if someone writes compete, because I have seen so many people actually go into the compete mode. Again, accommodate we have got. Okay. All right. So we're getting a mixed bag of one is collaborate and one is accommodate, and haven't heard someone mentioning avoid the situation or compete the situation or compromise the situation.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think accommodating would be the best thing, because just remember that quote, customer is the king. I would just summon it up with that. So accommodate would be the right thing to do. So what can you do on the fly? So how do you solve? First, know your type, whether the person is an avoider or a seeker. Name the type of conflict. Just what is the type of conflict? Okay, whether it's a task conflict, process conflict, whether it's a relationship conflict, or whether it's a status conflict. Then you make smart choices about your opinion. And very imperative, to control your emotions. So if you have to control your emotions, it's very, very important to, follow some mindful techniques. That's very, very important. There's a separate, session on that. Now, I am coming to, before going, I'm coming to this, I find it really interesting. It's STABN, okay? Now, that's an acronym which I've given. I feel STABN stands for, S stands for source, T stands for time and place, and A stands for amicable approach. B stands for behavior, E stands for emotion, and N stands for need. I'll just relate you an incident which all of you are going through. I will just quote an example from my own personal life. Now, I do the work all the time, all household chores. So one fine day, I want my husband to help me. His name is Naveen, and I want me to help. I want him to help me with at least washing the utensils, if not much. So what is the source there? My husband, because I want to address this problem to him. I want to tell him that please help me. That's a conflict between me and my husband, because I'm tired, I'm frustrated. At the end of the day, I don't know what to do. I'm really, really panicked. So I tell my husband that why don't you take on this responsibility for me? But how do I discuss this problem with him? I need to address this problem at a right time and at a right place. I cannot address this problem to him when he finishes his work or after lunch and all. He would just give me back. All of us, I think, go through that. So I need to discuss. So what is the best time for me? I decided the best time would be when it is weekend. So we have Saturday, Sundays are his off days. So probably after a brunch or something, when he's relaxing, maybe just start. And how do I start? Makhanbazi, as we call it. No, Makhanbazi, amicable approach. So I do something which is, positive in nature. I appreciate him. Naveen, I really appreciated the way you spoke to my mother the other day. I really appreciate that. Would you be so kind that, at least you could help me with the utensils at night? That would be great. And the behavior, the way he reacts, the way he addresses that is very, very imperative. When I talk about the behavior, you're not going to say you never help me. That's not the right way to address it. You need to be specific that, you help me, but you did utensils only once. Then you come to the emotions. That, I feel frustrated. You don't say that because of this behavior, I feel frustrated and underappreciated. And need is very, very important. You need to specify the need. You need to come up with a schedule. Now you would ask me, does he wash after following this STABN acronym? Does he follow and does he wash the utensils? Ladies and gentlemen, to some extent, yes. Once a week at least. So we have started. So do this. I know I am a little short over time, and my sincere apologies for that. Just give me 1 second.
No worries. We have good 3 minutes, so nothing to worry, Ritu. We have covered it all well. I like what Dilip mentioned. End of the day, except that every day I have to wash utensils. No conflict arises. Thank you so much, Dilip.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, I want you all to unmute yourself, and I want you all to just look at me here and just do like this. Okay? Now, these are disagreements. Cross, cross.
Okay.
Cross your hands. These are disagreements. And what we're going to do is, it's very simple. Just embrace it. It's a part of our life. Okay? We are one. Individually, we are one color. We are together. We are making a rainbow, right? And so it's very, very imperative to do this, because let's embrace the word conflict with a smile. Try and change the energy of the word conflict. Each word, ladies and gentlemen, has a frequency. It has an energy which sends impulses to the brain, and we produce corresponding chemicals. And that's how the alchemy of a body changes. And we start to feel happy, sad, frustrated, panicked. So can you imagine, by seeing conflict as an attack or a striking word, what are we doing to our body, ourself, our behavior, attitude, action? So think of conflict as an energy source of light, flight, vision, curiosity, not fight, strike, fear, freeze. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's a flight to learn, create and innovate, vision to explore and go beyond our capabilities, curiosity to learn, and adaptability and transform. Now, what we're going to do, I'm just going one more last activity, just one last activity before I say over, and that is, okay, now all of you embracing the same way which we did earlier, just embrace yourself, okay? And we're going to smile, and we're going to say, sometimes, you're going to repeat after me, sometimes people are going to be mad. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes people are going to be mad.
Sometimes people are going to be mad.
But that's okay with me.
That's okay with me.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You have been a wonderful audience. Thanks a million. Thank you.
Ritu. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Ritu. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all understood, yes, disagreement do happen in our life. There is a constructive approach that we all can work up. What Ritu actually mentioned, we should know our type. Either it could be avoider or seeker. Use a stable model, and trust me, it will really make you, come up to a very different level altogether. With that note, we thank you so much for participating in it. We really look forward for you in the next, that is the last week of the May, that is the week 4, 3 more sessions on an exciting and enlightening journey of Prism. With that note, namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe and stay blessed and keep smiling.
Thank you. Thank you, Ritu.
Thank you.